wonder if there's a way to like mute your phone. I don't know what it is. Um, we're back. So dumb. Yeah, I can hear you. You're back. So dumb. I can't put it on airplane mode or it won't stream at all. Sharon, it's the Trader Joe's muffins. It's so good. It's the only way to start a Monday, Sharon. Anyway, so, Jacqueline filing cabinet. I said, Jacqueline, let's get rid of this filing cabinet. She goes, Mom, I need my filing cabinet. Those were the words she said. Mom, I need my filing cabinet. I said, there are no files in here. What are you doing? And she goes, oh. I said, I'll just get you like an actual knife. Like I can't. It wasn't that good of a story. Yeah, you were cleaning out the things. So it was just real dumb. It was fine. And that's what I'm saying, Katie. She's like, Mom, I can't leave without this filing cabinet. I go, you have no files. Let's be very clear. There's not one piece of paper in here. You are not filing anything. It is gluten-free, Mary. I said, yeah. And she got her desk there. It's too much. Anyway, the point is, there is a bed coming, arriving today, and a nightstand. So, and she kept saying, no, don't do this. I don't need this. Please don't order it. And then I texted her this morning to say, hey, don't forget, you have to be there all day today. Do not leave. And I made her promise, I was like, I'm telling you right now, if I order this, you can't leave all day Monday because you have to be here when these things are delivered. And you have to track it. And she was like, okay. So then I texted her last night. She was at a club or something. And I said, I need you to make sure you're home. And so she texted this morning. I tell you what she said. She says, yes, thank you so much. I told all my friends how excited I am for my real bed. She hasn't had a real bed. 2 years? 2 years? Yeah, exactly, Lorraine. There's a time when your trash picked marketplace garbage is actually just garbage. Yeah. So, and I just love that she told all of her friends. So anyway, so we did that. And during one of the trips, we were all getting kind of hot, bothered. And she's like, now, didn't you say that on a day that's a moving day, that we get to go to lunch? I said, it is. I know. Shakendra, please. I brought a beautiful set of white, wonderful, yummy white sheets with the pillowcase. Beautiful. I took it from my treasure trove of sheets. I have nice sheets. And I brought it with me in a bag. I said, now, I brought a set of sheets for this bed. She's like, I'm not going to use that. I said, Jacqueline, take the set of sheets. No, I don't know. They don't use the top sheet. No. She was like, no. She's like, Mom, why would I use these nice sheets when I can use my sheets with strawberries on them? And I don't know how you answer that. So I was like, I'm not going to try. I don't know. If someone said you can have this luxurious set of cleanly washed, bleached, smells amazing sheets, or you can have this dirty bottom sheet, strawberries on it, and whatever you're using as a comforter. And that's what you choose. Yeah. So there's that. So we did that for a while. Yesterday would have been my dad's birthday. So we went out and met my mom and Aunt Rosalie for lunch. I had to order some mozzarella sticks as they were his favorite. I can't eat them. But we met up at a place where Jacqueline or Brooke's working now. And there was just like a couple mozzarella sticks left on the table. And I said to Jason, I said, you have to eat a mozzarella stick. He was like, oh, those aren't mine. I go, they're for everybody. And you have to have one. It's in honor of my dad. No matter where we went, he was like, you want mozzarella sticks? You want mozzarella sticks? You're getting them, whether you want them or not. So, yesterday was your great grandma's birthday? And Denise, I saw it was your dad's birthday too. I've got 50,000 subscribers. I don't even go live or post or anything. Good. You're amazing. Thanks, Chad. So we did that yesterday. So now, anyway, so this is a crazy story. So I'm sitting with my mom, and something comes up about our old house where we grew up. And where we grew up is a town called Winslow, and it's you pass it if you are going to the Jersey Shore, right? So it's a little bit off the beaten path, but you know, it's on the way. Suzanne, my shirt says silver hair don't care. It means you're old and you don't care. Anyway, so we're sitting at lunch yesterday, and my mom says something about our old house. And I say to her, oh, that's so crazy you mention it, because I drove by it the other day. I took a picture of it because I wanted to show it to you. And I go to lean down to get my purse. So do you ever do that? Do you ever just randomly like go by like your old house you grew up in? Like you might be in the neighborhood. You're like, let me take a picture. Let me send my brothers and sisters. Send it to my mom. Right? People do that, right? Right, Siobhan? Right. And so you, I don't know, you got to drive by every so often. Anytime I'm around it, right? You just drive by. And you just like, you sit, you relive a memory, right? Do you take a picture? Yeah, I always take pictures when I pass my childhood home. My sister lives in our childhood house. Wow. Do you ever just like stop and like all these memories like rush in? You know what I'm talking about? Raise your hand if you have like, I've driven by my house and took a picture or stopped. I did it a few weeks ago, but it's an hour away, so it's not close. Drove by both old houses when my son and grandson were visiting. My siblings and I do it all the time. My child home looks so different. My old house was currently under construction. Don't get me started. Absolutely. I would, but mine's in Camden. Don't do that. I haven't in so long. My parents are still in my childhood home. Gina lives in our childhood home. Oh, I live in the same next to my old house. My youngest brother lives there. Right, okay, so this is a common thing, okay? So, well, Nancy knows. So I say to her, she brings up the house, and I say, oh, that's so funny because I drove by there, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, back and forth from the shore. And I go to my purse to get this picture. She goes, you did what? And I was like, oh, I drove by. I took about, when? When did you do that? She's like real aggressive. I go, I don't know. I was like, when? When exactly did you do it? I don't know. Last Thursday, or maybe it was Tuesday I don't know. Just, did you stop? Did you stop in front of the house? Like, she was being like super weird, kind of aggressive. And I go, I don't know. I mean, I stopped for a second to take the picture. Was there a black car in the driveway? Was there a black car? I go, I don't know. And I pulled the picture up and I go, yeah, there's a black car in the driveway. Why do you know that there's a black car in the driveway? She goes, is the car facing you? Is the car facing you in that picture? And it was just real weird. And I go, yeah, there's a car facing the street in the, why do you know that? And she was like, was there somebody in the car? And I go, okay, I don't know what is happening. Why do you know? She goes, but do you remember what day it was? Just super weird. Right now, we sit here, he's trying to enjoy this mozzarella stick, right? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you know so much about this house and which way the car is facing? Is she living a double life? Yeah, I go, I don't understand why you know that there's a black car and why it's facing this direction. Whole super weird, right? Very specific questions. And I go, why do you know all this? What are you talking? She goes, well, it's real funny you're saying this right now. This is probably your fault. I go, what are you talking about? She goes, well, let me tell you. Remember the other day? Nikki was supposed to come and we was going to meet down at the winery down here. So there's a winery that anytime my sister comes to visit, yeah, here it comes. Anytime my sister visits, her and my mom go down to this winery, real nice, okay? They got the nice food, you overlooking the vineyard, fine. She goes, well, on Wednesday, remember, Nikki and I, we was gonna go to this winery, and I said, yes. She goes, well, I went right there, and Nicole's coming down, she decides to drive by the house. And I said, oh, well, that was nice. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, she does the same thing you do. I said, drive by the house and take a picture. She goes, yeah, that's what she did. So she stopped her car in front of the house. And I go, yeah, I didn't stop my car. Yeah, you did. You just said it. I go, I took a moving picture. What do you mean she stopped? She said she stopped in front of this house, parked down in front of it. I go, okay, well, I feel like I know where this is going. Yeah. She stops in front of this house. She's taking it all in, taking the memories. Oh, they took this tree down. I said, how long was she in front of the house? A while. She was there for a while. And I go, okay. She goes, well, doesn't she start taking these pictures? Just like you. I go, okay, again, I didn't actually stop my car. I wasn't reliving certain moments of my life. I don't know. Where does this story go? Where is this story going? She goes, well, she takes some pictures. I don't know. Maybe she acted stuff out. Maybe she was wiping away tears. I don't know. Maybe she relived her prom photos. I don't know. But it didn't sound like she was there for a short amount of time. But she took a lot of pictures. Taking pictures. She says, Dean, she's there doing a photo shoot. Okay. She says, doesn't she see that this car that's been sitting in a driveway, looking at her, starts pulling out. She didn't even know there was somebody in it. I said, what? She goes, somebody had been sitting in that car watching her the whole time. Then they start pulling out. I said, she says, but the whole car had those, the blackout where you can't see nobody in it. Okay, all right. She says, so this lady starts pulling up when Nicole gets real nervous. I said, what does Nicole do? Drives away. I said, okay, all right, it's getting worse. She goes, yeah, she don't know what this person's gonna do. I go, I don't think this person is the problem. I think Nicole is the problem. She goes, well, she don't know what this person's gonna do. She can't even see in the car. She takes off. I said, yeah, that's aggressive. Yeah, well now she's just trying to get to the winery. I said, well, she was doing a stakeout. Then she was trying to get to the winery. Yeah, I don't know. I go, I think you know. I think you actually just described everything you know because she did it. Well, now she's innocently trying to go to this winery. Doesn't this car start following her? I go, you mean the car that just watched her take a number of photos, maybe started crying? So she goes, now she's real nervous. She's driving to this winery. They're following her. She turns left, they turn left. She turns right, they turn right. I said, well, they doing their own investigation now. She says, Dena, she gets so nervous, they follow her all the way to the winery. And she starts calling her boyfriend. She goes, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I got these people following me. I hope he said, you mean the people who you just take photos of their house and then took off? Those people? Those people are following you? She says, she pulls into the winery. Didn't they follow her into the winery? She pulls into the parking spot. Don't they pull up? They block her in. I can't. I'd like to get a drink before we get to the end of this story, because this should not have happened. So Nicole gets out of the car, and this lady is at the end of the car. And she gets out of the car. Oh, I forgot to tell you, at a light, she was sitting at the light. This person's sitting at a light because she said to her boyfriend, I'm nervous because I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Because that bear, man, you know what I'm saying? So at the light, she was sitting at this red light. This woman gets out of the car and starts walking up to Nikki's car at the light. So at least Nikki knew it was a woman. Now they're in the thing. And she gets out, she sees the woman. And the woman, first thing up, who are you? Why are you taking pictures of my house? Right? And she aggressive. And Nicole was like, I guess now that everybody's out of a car, right? Everybody's like eyeing each other up. And the lady's like, who are you? And why were you in front of my house? Which I think is a fair question. And she says, oh, I'm sorry. She said, you know, I used to live there. That's my childhood home. And the lady's like, and so Nicole says, no, I'm meeting my mom for lunch. And it was on the way down here. And, you know, I just, you know, I don't know what Nicole said, but this lady's still like not buying it. And she says, so you're the original owner of this house? And she says, yes, my parents actually had it built. And yada, yada, yada. And the lady says, what's their name? And Nicole's like, what? She goes, what are your parents' names? And she said, Mike and Diane. And she said, as soon as she said it, the lady like calmed down. She said, their names are inscribed in my back patio. She said, I figured if you knew that name, then it's you. She said, your mom and dad, there, and I remember the kids, we got to put our initials in the front driveway. And then my parents put their names in the back patio. And then she said that she calmed down, and she said, you know, do you still have the beautiful oak cabinets? My mom bought them from Amish country. And she was like, oh my gosh, I love the cabinets there. And then it turned into like, yeah, then it was really lovely. And she's like, we love this home. We bought it from somebody else. And, you know, it's just been such a blessing for us. But, you know, you got to watch out for, you know, people, you know, there's been some shady stuff happening in the neighborhood. And I just wanted to make sure. And Nicole was like, I totally understand. I'm really sorry. And so she said it ended up being a lovely conversation. She goes, please tell your mom she did such a beautiful job. We really love the house. Yeah. So then Nicole unpacks this whole story, telling my mom at the winery. And my mom says, do you think we should go back? Do you think she'd let us come in and look around? And Nicole, no, she's not going to let us come in the house. Yeah. Here's Diane. You think we can go take a bath there? Because I used to take some real nice baths. And Nicole's like, we're not going back. We're not going back there. And Nicole was like, Nicole, then I talked to Nicole about it. And I said, yeah, mom told me what happened with you taking pictures, staking out somebody's house, and then wondering why they're following you. And she says, Dena, she goes, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I was about to get out of the car and like look around. I said, what makes you think, Nicole, that you could just stop, take pictures and say, get out, do a survey? What are you doing? The correct thing would be to get out of your car, knock on the door, be like, hello, I don't want to bother you. I used to live here. I've had people do that to me. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, Diana, I'd be like, do you mind if I make some cornbread in the oven? I used to love, let me show you how this oven works. Let me make some polenta. Be like, It was just so funny. Nicole was like, she was like, I didn't realize she was going to get some in. I was about to get out and look around. What? People do it all the time looking to buy a house. Yeah, but I mean, the people, if your house is up for sale, like that wouldn't be weird, Katie. If your house is up for sale, you'd be like, oh, some people walking around. You shouldn't do that, but I would expect it. But if you just at my house, be like, I just always wanted to see your property. Oh, but why are you, what, Lulu, you're not going to get within 10 feet of this house. Mm-mm. The last owners of my house have 2 kids that moved straight away. When the kids were still young, they would hide their bikes. They would ride their bikes over here, check on the house and play in the driveway. Oh, that's kind of beautiful. I do a drive-by. I don't do a photo shoot. I was weirded out the first, yeah. I had a lady and her granddad stop by. He wanted to come in, and it put a smile on his face, his childhood home. Yeah. Yeah, I had somebody do it when we were in our old house. Somebody knocked on the door one day and said, we used to live here. It was 2 ladies. And they said, we're really sorry to bother you. We know this is probably so weird, but we grew up here. And, you know, I had like 3 kids in the house, a couple, and my big dog, you know. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? She said, we grew up here. And you're like, looking up and down the street. I was like, okay. I had my hand on the door right where the German Shepherd was. I was like, okay. She was like, I know this is weird, and you know, if it's stupid, we'll leave. And she started to tell the story. And you know, like people will tell you things about the house, and then you're like, oh no, yeah. And like, is the doorknob in the back still broken? Because we did that when we were like the things that they say are so specific, like my mom and dad's name in the patio or something. Like there's things that they say that are so specific, but you're like, okay, no, this is your house. I know it's your house now because you know. And we used to always trip on the little step that goes down from the bathroom over to the living room, and you're like, okay, then you used to live here, yeah. People always ask my mom how long she lived there. She's like, longer than you've been alive, go away. Yeah, nowadays, I don't care what they say, I'm not letting you in my house. You're not wrong. But it was funny. Yeah, I don't know. I imagine like if I went in that house, you know how like we lived there from, I think she says 1979. So I was 7 when we moved in. I guess 26 when I moved out. But you know, my recollections are mostly from like my childhood. Like I imagine like if you go back, like everything's a lot smaller. You're like, why was the staircase so much bigger when I was younger? You know, where your bedroom was gigantic and you walk in, you're like, this is a tiny ass bedroom. You know what I mean? Yeah, everything always looks smaller. So it was just funny. Hey Andrew. So then somehow the 2 of them turn around. They're like, so it was actually your fault that the lady got so mad. I go, that feels like a stretch, what we're saying right now. They're like, well, if you went the week before, that's why she was so like worried about it when Nicole showed up. I go, I actually don't think she knew I was there at all because I did not camp out, bring a long lens with me, take a photo shoot. I didn't do any of the things that Nicole said. I didn't do any of this. She goes, well, we think it's because you had gone there and I go, nothing to do with me. This is you 2 creepers. I don't know what you're saying. Do you ever feel like you're the one in the family where no matter what happens, it's your fault? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. There'll be places where everybody goes, I'm not even there. There'll be a big fight. Guess whose fault it is? I'm like, I wasn't even there. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's my fault. Yes, me. 100%. Always me. My sister shared a tiny bedroom. Me too. Don't know how we did it. And 1 bathroom for 7 people. Always get blamed. Yeah, girl, it was my fault. Diana was like, I'm going to tell Nikki it's because you had gone the week before. I go, it had nothing to do with me. I wasn't there. Yeah. And she was like, I'm going to tell her. She's going to be like, oh. Is it a middle child thing? Mm-hmm. He's like, but it wasn't there though. But you were. The week before you showed me the picture. Okay. Mm-hmm. Told my mother that my brother smoked, and she literally was in the same car I was in, rolled up and saw him, but I was a liar. You're like, I'm the youngest, still my fault. Not the middle, still my fault. My therapist is working with me on why I'm the family scapegoat, middle child. It's good stuff. So that was yesterday. Good times. Good times. Then we always fought over cleaning it and stealing each other's stuff, and then we got our own room, and I cried because I missed her. Um, I know, Suzanne. I think that's because yesterday when they said it, and she was like, I'm going to tell Nikki it was Pride. I was like, sure. Got it. You guys can blame me too. I'll take it. Like, you know whose fault this is, Dena. We have 2 bathrooms for 6 people. No one wants to go to use the downstairs one. Both have showers. Water is not as hot in the downstairs one. And always something there. So anywho, there's a lot of bebopping. All right, so this is happening. Give me a minute. Hold on. Situation. Okay. Things happen. So my shore house table had a piece of glass on it to protect the table. Really pretty. My renters put something on it and it broke. And so I was notified. And so now we're trying to, and so there was a big crack in it. And so, you know, I was glad he told me. Yeah. Sometimes there are people that will just leave with like a gaping break in a piece of glass and be like, that wasn't us. So he told me. He's been very upfront, so I have no complaints. But he was like, we're just not going to use the table. And they've been there for a week. And I said, it's fine. I said, if you want, I want you to be able to use the table. So if you want to take it outside, it was like a small piece and then a big piece. I said, I'm going to have to get rid of it before the next renters come. I can't leave a big piece. I know. Andrew said, it's so thick, I can't believe they broke it. I know. So, he said he had 2 construction workers come. I guess he has friends in construction, and they took it away and actually cleaned it all up. So he's taking care of it. I said to him, I don't want you to not use the table. I can take care of it when I come down Thursday, but it looks like he did. But he said, I'm happy to pay for plastic until you can get a new one made. He said, but you might want to use a plastic one. He says, but I assume you already considered that and prefer the look of glass. Yes, I do. No, not the puzzle table. No, God forbid. That one is thicker, I think, than the one on, no, this is my big table. So I'll call him. But he's been very lovely. But it's not a cheap piece of glass. He said he'll replace it, so we'll see. I have to So, anyway, so, yeah, something always, and I feel bad because, people don't try to break things in your house, but it happens. But he's been nice about it. Yeah. The glass is probably the best thing in terms of keeping it clean and whatever. And I've had it for a while. I mean, it's lasted 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. It's probably got it in 2020. So maybe they put something on it. He said that they put like a grocery bag on it. Yeah, the glass is so pretty, so I don't want to not. I like it. Maybe we're just a little more ginger with it. I don't know. Yeah. So I have 2 more renters, and I am kind of done. I'm starting to realize that the summer, I just do laundry all summer. Go down, clean the house, come back, go down, do more laundry, come down, clean the house. It's a lot. And Chris has been helping. Chris actually has to do the last flip, but it's just a lot. I like the spot by your eye. It's pretty, said Zuka. Zuka, isn't it funny? This is an H spot. I think it's getting bigger. I think there's another one here. I never had freckles or anything. I actually just got an appointment with a dermatologist. I don't want it to go away, but I think that there's stuff that'll stop it from getting bigger. I don't know how big an H spot will get. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Yeah. It has gotten bigger. It might have. Yeah, I've seen the dermatologist before. They said it's nothing, so. So, we were alone, but it kept getting bigger. Above the trundle brad, probably done by a child clinic, yeah. Yeah, I have a similar spot on my cheek, yeah. A huge A spot looks like a darn birthmark and half. I hate it. I'm only 41. Yeah, I don't know. Totally not. I have a few pop up myself. Yeah. My mom has one of those that says she's 95. Oh, this is going to keep going. So we'll see. See what the dermatologist says. I don't mind it. I don't know. I think your face should look different. I know it looks different. My sister also had one appear in her 40s, yeah. So, as I had removed was an age spot until a black spot showed up inside it. Yeah, he checked it a while ago because it's not new. Yeah, that's what I think. There's something you can kind of fade them a little bit so it's not so prominent. But I'm like, do I care? I don't think I care. I've got a lot going with super dark and now multicolored. I hate it. Oh, Adia, I bet it's beautiful. I bet it's beautiful. I don't know. Do you ever see those videos where like girls will do makeup videos and they just make their whole face just, I mean, I guess that's what we've always done. You make it all one color and then you contour and all of that. I'm like, listen, this face has been around 53 years next month. Yeah, she got some spots. Whatever. I got spots everywhere. That's just what it looks like. I don't know. I think my mom, she looks great. Did you see her doing her exercises last Friday? She was doing her first sumo squat. She did a great job. And then I said to her, so she did a really good job doing her sumo. And when I saw her yesterday, we asked her, like, how did you feel it? Because that's all your inner thigh, right? Just all inner thigh and butt. And she goes, I felt fine. And I was like, okay, so we're going to add some more weight to it. And I was like, she's doing a good job. I'm not at sumo. Andrea, she said hers, it didn't hurt. You should try it. Try it with the one she did. and see how you feel. It's good for just like core, your core in general. Um, and I don't really go up and down in my sumo like weight wise a lot. I have to really be doing it for a while in order to go up. So you could try that one if you wanted. But she said nothing hurt. So, you know. Um, but she looks great. Um, yeah, I know. I want to be her when I'm 78. So, you know, age naturally. Make it beautiful. So, all good stuff. All right, well, that's it, everybody. I gotta go. Be bopping today. So tonight we have our Phillies game, so I think I'll see some of you tonight. Tomorrow's Tipsy Tuesday. Wednesday I have a private gig. Thursday I'll be local in Medford, New Jersey. Friday I'll be somewhere. I don't know, maybe it's on the west. Some of these are private. Some of these are public shows, so you can check them out. And then Saturday I leave for a retreat. Open micers if you're here. Oh my gosh, we had the best night. That I say it every week. We had the most I think I've seen in a while. We had 38 people that were on with us last night. And the stories are just amazing, and the people sharing are just doing such wonderful work. I encourage you, try it for 1 month. It's $17. And it's just kind of extraordinary. So we had a great night last night. So just know, open micers, that we're gonna move up open mic next Sunday. I think it's an hour even earlier because I have my retreat, and then I gotta start to figure out all my stuff for the retreat for next week. I should be fine because I'm gonna be up at 5:30 in the morning anyway because I'm a dum-dum. So yeah, it's the best therapy for $17. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think it is. Steph is going to put a post in the open mic Facebook page to just make sure I don't mess it up, Shikendra. But yeah, she'll let you know for sure. And so that's all happening. So it's a busy week here, and that's it, everybody. So thanks for watching. Sorry about our little technical hiccup, but thanks for watching. Like Judy from Saskatoon, and good time. Andrea say, go to Trader Joe's and get muffins and have a great day. So it's going to be awesome. So that's it. Have a great day, blessed day. I'll see some of you tonight for the Phillies game. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.